Scusate che avevo lanciato una stampa.
Eccoci, buonasera a tutti. Sono Fabio Montanaro e vi do il benvenuto a nome della IULM Communication School a questo nuovo ciclo di webinar dedicati ai Master IULM 22-23. Oggi vi presentiamo il Master Universitario in International Tourism and Hospitality MIT. A raccontarlo per noi la professoressa Manuela De Carlo, direttore scientifico, la dottoressa Silvia Casati, coordinatrice didattica e il dottor Andrea Segato, tutor del Master. Prima di cominciare vi devo chiedere di chiudere i vostri microfoni e spegnere le webcam e vi ricordo che al termine della presentazione ci sarà uno spazio dedicato alle vostre domande. Siete invitati a scriverle nella chat che potete aprire dalla barra di funzione e noi cercheremo di leggerle e di rispondere a tutti. Grazie, lascio la parola alla professoressa De Carlo.
Benissimo, grazie a tutti, buongiorno a tutti. Intanto vi domando se la presentazione è prevista in italiano, ma vi domando se qualcuno preferisce, che non capisce l'italiano, possiamo farla in inglese. Vedo che, quindi se qualcuno preferisce me lo dica, altrimenti proseguiamo in italiano. Magari lasciamogli modo di scrivere sulla chat, riuscite a seguirci tutti. Benissimo, chiedo anche a Silvia se per favore o a Andrea se possono condividere la presentazione, così ci guida con qualche immagine nella presentazione del programma. Dunque, il Master nasce 18 anni fa, siamo alla 18ª edizione quest'anno, quindi quella che vi presentiamo sarà la 19ª edizione che parte il prossimo anno. Con l'obiettivo di formare professionisti destinati ad assumere ruoli manageriali nei diversi settori dell'industria del turismo, che come sapete è molto articolata in tanti settori diversi, che vanno dall'hospitality alla distribuzione online, alle crociere, agli eventi, no? Quindi veramente un settore molto ampio e molto variegato. Il Master guarda tutti questi settori con un programma molto intenso di 6 mesi d'aula full time e 6 mesi di stage su misura che viene costruito con voi durante il percorso in aula nei mesi in cui sarete con noi in IULM, e poi si svolge alla fine del percorso dei corsi, della parte dei corsi. Il programma prevede poi anche uno study tour, ne parleremo, di una settimana negli Emirati Arabi, che è inserito proprio nel percorso di apprendimento come focus sullo sviluppo di una destinazione turistica che ha una storia particolarmente interessante ai nostri fini, ai fini delle competenze su cui lavoriamo nel Master. Come diciamo, vi dicevo, la prospettiva è quella di assumere ruoli manageriali in aziende diverse che vanno dal mondo dell'ospitalità a quello crocieristico, a quello del trasporto aereo, molto al mondo degli eventi e a tutta la parte di distribuzione, ma anche con un'attenzione sempre più forte a ruoli nell'ambito di destinazioni turistiche, di agenzie per la promozione dei territori, per lo sviluppo di prodotti e di esperienze a livello territoriale e di consulenza rivolte a questi settori. Yes, we can continue in English, no problem. So I would like, if you can go to the next slide. Just a few words to introduce the team of the Master, because the Master is managed by me. I'm the director, and Silvia Casati. Silvia is the coordinator of the program. She's responsible for all the administrative aspects regarding the relationship between the Master and the university, but also with the relationship with the partner companies and all the projects that we put in place during the program. Andrea Segato is the tutor, is the coursework coordinator. Andrea is also responsible for organizing the internship program. So both and Silvia are very important reference points in the program, and both have attended the MIT program, so they are alumni of the Master. And then there is Claudia Ancelotti, the person in charge of the social media communication and promotion of the Master. Before we go on to describe the course, just a few words. about the IULM University and why IULM is an interesting place to specialize in hospitality and tourism. IULM is a young university, very dynamic, founded in 1968 with a strong specialization in 3 areas: interpreting and translation, communication and new media, and recently in this area also the artificial intelligence application to communication, and third, art and tourism and creative industries. So this multidisciplinary focus on languages, communication, and art that are strongly linked to tourism is an important plus and is a quite unique positioning in the European context. IULM is a leading university for education in hospitality and tourism because we, 20 years ago, we launched the first bachelor in tourism in Italy. In 2004, we launched the first master program, this program, MIT, in English, the first, that was at this time the first master program in English in Italy. And then within the master, we have developed in these years new courses, new learning projects with some of the most important schools of tourism in Europe and North America, and with managers and academics of leading and managers of leading companies like, for example, Accor, Marriott, and others. 6 years ago, we started a Master Science in Hospitality and Tourism Management in partnership with the University of Central Florida with the Rosen College. So, as you can see, a strong focus on education, on tourism and hospitality with different level of courses. We can add to this also some executive courses. Now, let's focus on our program, on the International Tourism and Hospitality Program. The MIT program was created 18 years ago with the explicit goal of training highly motivated individuals to introduce them often with humanities backgrounds, background in humanities, so no technical backgrounds, to introduce them into company in different sectors of the tourism industry, with the objective to really create professionals who make a difference in these companies. There are, I think, 3 main characteristics and strengths of this program. First of all, the strong international experience. Second, a very close collaboration with companies in the sector. And then the learning approach, a very active learning approach. So concerning the international experience, as MIT's students, you will become part of a strong, very interesting international network of alumni, people that work in different sectors of tourism all over the world, as you can see in this slide. We maintain contact with them. They they have started very successful careers. For some of them, the master was the opportunity to discover new interests and attitudes. For example, Tina Kesteler came from a humanistic background in languages, and she became a director in revenue management in hospitality hotel chain, so completely different perspective, and she gained this perspective and the instrument to start a career as revenue manager in the master, during the master, and through the internship that she started during the master. There are other students that, like, for example, Davide or Giacomo, that are managers in different departments in international hotel chain. Again, the internship, the MIT internship was the opportunity to start this kind of career and to grow in this international hotel chain. And we are in contact with them and we work with them. after years. I don't know if Giacomo will be present for a short testimonial later.
He is trying to connect us, so
Okay.
we are organizing that.
So
Yeah.
you can meet Giacomo. You will meet Giacomo later. So very interesting path that started in our master during the classes, and then with the internship. The MIT is a unique opportunity to discover your attitudes and strong points, and to find your professional context, just as it has been for these young professionals in the previous editions. The second characteristic, as I told you, is a very, very strict collaboration with companies in the sector. Over the past 18 years, the master in particular has collaborated with the major companies in the sector to design programs in line with their expectations, to support them in the training of their managers, but also in train the most sought after professional profiles that were difficult to find in the job market. So this work with the company to design courses, to design specialization is really a key characteristic of our program. There are leading companies like Costa Crociere, like Accor, like Amadeus in the digital solution sector, like IULM Group in the MICE industry, that have been our partner from the very beginning of this program. And the third characteristics is the learning approach. The learning approach is very, very active. During the master, the students will experiment with a very active learning style based on case discussion, business games. As you can see in the slide, 70% of our lectures, of the hours that are 500 hours of lessons and courses and classes are case studies, field projects, the study tour, the training on the job, full days in the companies, in the company visit, so very active. Students will have the privilege of discussing strategy, issues, and new business model with key people from the sector, senior professionals that will share their experience with our students in class. And another characteristic is also the fact that students during the master, with a very demanding rhythm in terms of lessons, case studies, work project, students gain experience in working under pressure, to a strict deadline, and are really actively involved in experiences that closely match an authentic working environment. So this is, I think, a strong point of our program. So there are some key skills in terms of critical thinking and analysis, problem solving, self-management, resilience, flexibility. We work a lot on these kind of soft skills that are very sought after by our partner companies. How your time will be spent during the master? You will be engaged full-time for 5 months, Monday through Friday. Thursday in IULM, Fridays is a work day, but online this year. The classes are over 500 hours, entirely taught in English. So it will be a very intense, very demanding course. Who will be the teachers? Our goal is to teach the best management practice and the most advanced organizational tools. So it's very important to work together with academic experts from research centers on hospitality and tourism, also from abroad, and senior managers and professionals. So as you can see in the slide, very often the courses are, the teachers in the courses are an academic with a visiting professor, a professional. So academics and professionals work together in designing the courses, in delivering the courses. And this is a strong point, a very interesting characteristic of our master. Innovation emerges in the companies, so meet partnerships with those professionals are crucial to provide students with the most advanced management tools, innovative criteria to judge, to take decisions in the company, the awareness of tourist development trends. So this is really a key point that we try to develop within the program. From February to May, so at the beginning, the program has some online courses to develop a common base of knowledge. Students often has background, different students usually has different backgrounds, and they come from languages, they come from philosophy, they come from different courses. So they need to acquire some a common base of understanding concerning more technical courses, for example, accounting, for example, some Excel tools, so basic knowledge. And this can be done online through our online courses. Then from mid-February, end of February, when we start the master, you have the functional courses that will allow you to acquire the skills, the models and tools necessary for your professional future. And also, this is an important point, identify the professional fields that interest you most. So these courses are also the opportunity to understand what is the professional field that it's interesting for you, and also start designing your future as a professional in this industry. So here you will have the courses of hospitality, human resources, so all the functional courses. And then we have the study tour. The study tour is in Dubai, Abu Dhabi, is 7-8 day full time together to delve in this very interesting case of tourism development. So this is a very rich experience. And then you have the consultancy project that is linked to the specialization. The specialization is the last module of the program. Here you will decide if you prefer to specialize in revenue management, which is a professional area with a strong development in the last years and strong innovation also. So we have a beautiful, very interesting specialization path in this on this topic, or to specialize in luxury marketing and client experience. Here the focus is not just on tourism and hospitality, but in all the made in Italy and luxury industry all over the world. And then at the end of July, you finish the courses, and you finish the courses, you have the presentation of your consultancy project, and then the internship. So now I would leave the floor to, then we can go back for more details about the program of the specialization and also the content of the courses, if you want, or other questions that you have. But I would like to leave the floor to Andrea Segato to give you some information about the internship, because the internship is a key element in the learning path and in the program. So Andrea, if you can explain how internships are designed, are planned, are organized with the company. And then I think that Giacomo is coming. So Giacomo, are you here? Can you hear us?
Hi everyone. Sorry for the delay. Yes, I'm here.
No problem. Thank you, Giacomo. Thank you very much.
No worries,
so,
a pleasure.
After Andrea, you can present a little bit your you can present your experience in Meet and your work.
Amazing.
Okay, thank you, Giacomo.
Yes.
Okay, Andrea, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Professor, for your kind presentation. Giacomo, I would gladly leave the floor to you, but before that, let me share with all the participants here the effort we are constantly putting toward our class. We all know that looking for a suitable job is a great deal of effort, and we want to help all the whole class in doing so. The first steps we want to introduce in the calendar are really at the very beginning of the master program. We designed specific lessons with our team and the whole class in order to share with them the best practices, basically, that we had the possibility to collect from previous experiences, from ourselves, but most especially from the feedback that we constantly receive from recruiters and the companies. We group them in specific sessions that can be a general moments in the class, but most especially we talk directly with each student. We want to understand their attitude, we want to understand their preferences, especially in order for us to connect them with recruiters and professionals of the companies, of the group, the vast group of companies we constantly work and talk with. We basically understood that it's important to start from preferences of the single member of the class. However, we do need to take into consideration the trends of the market, the new disciplines that are constantly developing throughout the whole industry, basically. And we do want to be as much open as possible, especially related to the nature of the companies each one of the participants wants to work with. We have the possibility to speak with the hotel chain. We have the possibility to speak with the cruise company, airline companies, DMOs, so destination management companies and organizations. We constantly scout for new partners as well, depending on the activities of the market. We are always very much inclined in working with the whole stage office from IULM, which helps us a lot in sharing the network. The network is one of the main skills that we gladly want to share with all of the participants of our class. We previously had the possibility to have a quick glance of some examples. By the way, Giacomo, you were one of them. Let me go slightly further into the list, just presenting you. Okay, yeah, well, let me see. Basically, all the companies we've been talking about for the past, I would say, 20 minutes are suitable internship, are suitable providers of internship from our class. We can easily name direct names and surnames of recruiters of each single company. You can see now in the slides. We practically speaking, the help we are giving while looking for an internship is connecting the student with the suitable company. We listen to both parts. We connect depending on attitudes and depending on what they are looking for from the job market. We help them in order to communicate properly. And of course, as an institution that we are, we provide all the bureaucracy that are behind that, of course. Most especially, every single lesson, every single visiting professor, every single professional that we encounter, we understand that they can be a suitable recruiters for us. They gladly share with us any opportunity that they directly know. Either way, they easily connect us with the third parties, providers of internships. And this is a process that we do not want to stop once somebody reaches the internship, but we constantly do after that. Therefore, when you are entering the master program after that, when each one of the participants starts their career and continue growing into that career, we do want to be a point of reference for them. We constantly send new placement possibilities to our network and to our ex-students. There is no problem for it. It's a pleasure for us. While scouting for internship, also scouting for proper placement possibilities. So you can have a quick glimpse on the previous, I would say, internships that we had the possibility to develop. More specifically, let me just give you a sum up of the, I would say, the last couple editions of the master. We had the possibility to work with the Marriott Hotel, either W's in Barcelona, here in Milano with Westin Palace, Sheraton Diana Majestic, Sheraton San Siro as well. We have a lot of connection in UAE, especially Dubai. We work a lot with the Mandarin Oriental Dubai, Bulgaria, Dubai, and up until now, I was speaking about reservation, sales, finance, guest relations, conciergerie. So mainly hotel up until now, but not only. We do work with theme parks and attractions park as well. We do have a lot of them here in the northern part of Italy, as well as the northern part of Europe and in Spain. All these professionals, we had the possibility to host them either directly here in class or online. Thanking the technology. And those are great points for starting a connection with the professional and using that for connecting with the students. I can easily go on with 30 other names that are just from the last 2 editions of the master, as well as we don't. Of course, we mainly focus on hospitality, but tourism, I would say, on a broader scale. However, as I said, we do want to understand, especially the attitudes and the preferences of the students. So we had the possibility to develop partnership with the marketing agencies as well, events. So companies especially focused on events, AIM, AIM International here in Italy and abroad. We also have, as I mentioned, destination management companies. So companies and agencies that are focusing on the promotion of the territory they are working with. I can mention Asian Trails. We do work a lot, or we know that F&B is a field that many companies are looking young talents in. Therefore, we develop a partnership with Casa Maria Luigia. Just mentioned one of the starred of the Michelin starred restaurant we had the possibility to develop with. I mean, there are a lot of different consultancies as well. Here in Milano, there are a lot of agencies that focus on consulting, either on revenue, finance, and sales for hotels, but not only. And this was just, I know that those names could be overwhelming for those who are not coming from the touristic fields, but we just wanted to share with you that basically we have very few boundaries and very few limits while trying to, I would say, accompany each one of you to the next career step. Let me also share with the audience, Professor, that we implemented this year a very constructive path of, I would say, orientation. So there was a tutor, an external tutor that helped individually each student in more than one situation. They talk with them with a specific path in order to help them understanding which are the critical areas each student wanted to delve into, as well as how to improve I would say, the rooms where they were lacking a bit, so that throughout the whole master, they can grasp all the, I would say, the most common and most useful tools in order to be successful. So this was basically in 5 minutes. And thank you for popping up with your welcome, Giacomo. That was just in slightly more than 5 minutes, the constant path that we want to share with the students that we are hosting in our premises. But I would say that there is no better way for you to understand how our young talents performed, if not listening from their own voices. Giacomo, are you able to hear us loud and clear?
I am trying to fix it because I have the video, but I am having issues with the audio. So I'm trying to fix. Can you hear me?
We can say that we can, absolutely. You're crystalline clear. So do you mind sharing with us which were the first step after the master, I would say? So how did you get your internship? I'm not going to spoil to the audience where it was, and how were you able to perform in the hotel thanks to what you got from the master, and which were the steps following that?
Okay, so hi everyone. Sorry again, I had a couple of issues with my connections because I'm trying to log in from my work computer. Basically, I attended the master back in 2017, where I actually moved from my hometown to Milan, looking for an experience, to enhance my knowledges in the hospitality field. Basically, what I did after the first period, you said, you and Mrs. De Carlo said a couple of words that I would like to underline during my speech. The first is the network. Of course, this kind of experience will allow you to have to get in touch, to enter, to get in contact with many hospitality professionals, which I can confirm they will be very helpful during your professional path after the master, as well as the follow-up after the internship in itself. So after the conclusion of your experience at the university, because I can confirm that the university was very interested in my path after the internship. They were following up on my situation after I had my internship. So this is something I would like to underline because it was really helpful in my career. After the master, I decided to go to Barcelona. I was hired as a reservations intern at the W Hotel in Barcelona, which was my very first experience in a 5-star hotel. It was an experience which I liked a lot. From one side, the city is of course amazing, and from the other side, the experience itself allowed me to enter for the first time in a 5-star property, which was something I was eager to understand, to dig deeper, this side of hospitality, which is nice but even complicated. So I went to the W in Barcelona, which I don't know if you know, but it's part of Marriott International, the biggest hotel chain in the world. And I did my 6-month internship over there. It was really challenging. My Spanish was not that good, actually. It's still not that good, but it was very challenging from this point of view, and from the fact that it allowed me, to start understanding how a 5-star hotel works. After the 6-month internship, I was actually called by the same brand, so by the W hotels in London. I moved there after this initial 6 months. I moved there for the next year and a half, more or less, where I was hired as a front office agent. So I decided to move from the back of house to the front of house because, of course, having a full understanding of how the world of hospitality means was something I was really interested in understanding even better. After this experience, which was very difficult, in this case, the language helped me a bit, but working in the front of house is a bit more complicated in terms of hours of work. It was very, very tough under this point of view. But again, it was really helpful. I liked it a lot. And after this, in November 2019, so a couple of months before COVID came and disrupted the hospitality branch, I came to Milano. I came back to Milano, where I am at the moment. And I started my experience at Mandarin Oriental, which is my current occupation. I came here again in the reservations department to, let's say, elevate a bit my career, because Mandarin Oriental is one of the most important and well-renowned luxury hotel chain in the world. I don't say it just because I work here. Of course, I love my job. I love the company I work for, so I like always to say good things. But apart from this, it was a very nice experience. It's still being a very nice experience. It's challenging. I don't know if you know how a reservations office work, but it's a bit challenging because we have, of course, to face many difficult aspects, such as travel agencies or demanding guests, because here we are at a higher level than usual. So of course, we cannot say no, and all this kind of stuff that I imagine you all know. And I am currently reservations executive here in Milan. It's an experience I am enjoying a lot. If you hear some voices, I am in the office, so there are my colleagues here just talking about business. We have a couple of major events coming in June, so we are quite busy. I am now a reservations executive here in Milan, and I need to thank the master, the hospitality and tourism master, because that helped me a lot in getting a wide network to get in touch with. They were great in looking for my internship, and that is the main reason why I'm here, because they allowed me to get in touch with great hospitality professionals, and this is the reason why I'm here. So part of my success derives from them.
Thank you, Giacomo. Thank you very much to be with us today for what you shared with the participants of the webinar. You attended the master with Andrea in the 3 years ago.
I actually did. Yes, it was a couple of years ago. 2017. Andrea, how are you?
Let's say a couple. Okay.
Yeah, let's say a couple.
Okay, and Silvia Casati attended master the year the following year
after. Yes.
Okay, good. So I would ask Silvia to give some practical
Yes,
information.
technical
And,
information.
with us, or you have to, for question, or you have to, if Giacomo can stay and wait for questions, if not, I ask the participant to, if they have questions for Giacomo, to ask him now.
I can wait a bit. I'm sure my colleagues will be able to deal with the situation for the next half an hour.
So Silvia, give us.
Yes, so just some technical information. Application are open and will be open up to September. Each Wednesday, there will be the possibility to have the selection interview. So the process is really easy for the application. Everything is guided on our website. There are all the indication about documents needed, certification, everything else. And after everything is correctly uploaded, you will be contacted by us to schedule a selection interview, which is useful for us to understand your motivation, your ambitions, and most of all your English, your level of English, for easy reasons. So we are talking about the tourism sector, so English is needed, and even another language will be really useful for you if you want to work abroad, but also in Italy. And secondly, you have to follow 6 months long master, all in English. So you have to be able to speak to professionals, international professionals, international teachers, everything in English in an international class. So after that, you will have a feedback about your selection interview, and you will complete the enrollment with the Secretariat of your university. So this will be possible up to the middle of September, while courses will begin in February 2023. About cost, the master is 12,000 euros divided into 3 fees. The first one at the enrollment, the time of the enrollment, and the other 2 during the master courses. Now we are all available for your questions.
If there are.
There is Anna, please.
Sì, volevo chiedere, mi sentite?
Molto chiaramente.
Ok, volevo chiedere in realtà qual è la differenza sostanziale tra il corso di laurea magistrale e questo master, visto che la formula è molto simile, un po' 70% casi di studio, 10% lezioni a distanza, 20% lezioni normali, quindi volevo capire un po' qual è la differenza sostanziale.
Beh, sono 2 corsi completamente diversi, nel senso che questo è un corso molto, è un po' un acceleratore di ingresso nel mondo del lavoro. Avete un ritmo d'aula molto più intenso, nel senso che è un corso full time, molto più simile a un MBA come struttura didattica, come approccio, diciamo, all'insegnamento anche rispetto alla magistrale, che invece è un corso universitario più tradizionale. L'approccio didattico è attivo perché è il nostro modo di insegnarvi. Questo è proprio un modo molto IULM, no? Cioè di non darvi della teoria per poi studiarla e applicarla in un secondo tempo, ma imparare la teoria, i modelli, gli strumenti di management subito applicati a delle situazioni concrete. Di qui questo approccio 70-20-10 che come dire, è proprio il modo con cui insegniamo. Però i contenuti dei corsi sono differenti, completamente diversi. Nella laurea magistrale avete 3 mesi dedicati a un'attività di ricerca che è quella per la tesi di laurea, che qui non c'è. Avete un doppio diploma con gli Stati Uniti nel secondo anno, se volete fare un anno lì, avete degli exchange, cioè è proprio un altro tipo di esperienza completamente diversa. Questo è un master adatto a chi vuole in poco tempo con una fortissima motivazione, perché è molto impegnativo questo percorso dal punto di vista personale, proprio del mettersi in gioco, da chi vuole accelerare proprio l'ingresso nel mondo del lavoro in questi settori, che sono i vari settori del turismo. In questo corso, per esempio, viene data grandissima attenzione a guidarvi a scoprire qual è il vostro sbocco professionale, quello per cui siete fatti. No, ci sono degli incontri, come vi diceva Andrea, che vengono organizzati one to one dopo i primi mesi di lezione, no, per cominciare a sviluppare questo progetto di stage. Se è una persona che vi segue su questo, insieme al Career Day IULM, ma è dedicata a voi. C'è tutta un'attività di coaching per lavorare sulle vostre skill personali, quindi tutte cose che caratterizzano molto questo percorso. Quindi un percorso molto più concentrato e con un approccio, diciamo, molto più diciamo, attivo per certi aspetti, ecco. Non so se mi sono spiegata, anche i contenuti dei corsi sono diversi. Comunque la invito a guardarsi anche i programmi della magistrale e quelli sui siti trova proprio, sono molto evidenti le differenze nelle due esperienze.
Sì, no, ho seguito anche l'Open Day della magistrale, sono molto indecisa in realtà perché
comunque sono a disposizione per un colloquio, anche se vuole approfondire un po' anche rispetto alla sua situazione personale, ecco.
Ok, va bene, grazie mille.
Prego. Altre domande? Other questions?
Io in realtà ho altre 2 domande.
Sì.
Il costo delle esperienze di Dubai è incluso nella tariffa del master?
Sì, è incluso.
Ok, perfetto. Un'ultimissima domanda. Questo lavoro un po' di ricerca dell'internship, perfetto, viene fatto soltanto per il master o anche per la magistrale?
Allora no, nel master viene fatto un lavoro un po' diverso da quello della magistrale. Nella magistrale siete seguiti dal Career Service IULM, quindi siete come tutti gli altri studenti. C'è un Career Service molto attivo con cui collaboriamo anche come master. Andrea Segato, che è responsabile degli stage per il MIT, collabora attivamente col Career Service IULM. Però è chiaro che nel MIT avete tutta una serie di attività di accompagnamento differenti rispetto a quelle della magistrale. Sono colloqui individuali, il coaching, viene fatto questo coaching con colloqui individuali su di voi, in cui si lavora proprio sulle vostre attitudini. Poi viene fatto, avete tutta una serie di incontri con le aziende, di visite in aziende, di incontri con manager. Quindi diciamo che questa parte qua è molto enfatizzata, anche perché è una piccola classe. La classe master è una classe di 25-30 persone massimo, quindi si lavora in un modo completamente diverso rispetto alle 70 persone della classe magistrale, che fanno altri tipi di esperienze, perché lì sono 2 anni, un percorso molto lungo, con anche esperienze all'estero diverse, insomma più lunghe, però qui è proprio il lavoro di un piccolo gruppo di 30 studenti che sono seguiti in modo molto personalizzato.
Ok, va bene, grazie mille.
Prego.
I have another question from Sarah asking, is there a deadline by which we need to be graduated? And then in the example, if the courses start in February, may I be formally graduated from my bachelor in March?
Yes, I will answer. Can you hear me? Yes, okay. Yes, it's possible. Your example is really correct. So you have to be graduated in the year before the previous year. Up now it's not possible to be enrolled in 2 different masters or into different bachelor courses. So you have, if you graduate in March, it is possible to participate during the same year at the mid-master because it's inside the previous year. So it's not part of the same year, academic year.
Thank you, Silvia. I have a question for Giacomo. Which piece of advice would you give to anybody starting, I would say, a master program in hospitality on your point of view?
So this particular experience, as you were mentioning actually earlier, will be very tough. So you will be asked to, to stay over time, to work a lot, to produce, to go the extra mile, do it, because those 6 months will be fundamental for you to understand which will be your career path. So the month you will be experiencing will give you, an example of all of the departments inside of a hotel, of all of the situations that you might incur into the hospitality industry in general. So my advice is to take the best during those months, and then to choose the best experience for your internship you can. Of course, things can change. Your career might be completely changed in the following years, but that is my advice I would like to give you. I did it. It was a great year for me. I was very destroyed by the end of the master, but it's worth. I'm telling you, it's worth, because after 2 or 3 years, you will look back and you will realize that without this experience, maybe your career would have been completely different.
Thank you. And you are showing this with your own experience, how you were able to perform at most. So absolutely break a leg for the future. I don't see any other questions. Up until now, we are basically in the around the deadline. So if you don't mind, I am going to recap just couple main information on, especially I would say internet pages where anybody of you can find further information, especially more detailed information. So in the chat, I am going to write the address of the web page in the IULM.it official webpage, of course, where you can find many extensive information on the next edition. You can find the breakdown of the module and the courses, as well as basically statements from previous professors, from current professors, focuses of each part of the master. And I also invite you all, if you haven't done already, to double check both the LinkedIn profile page as well as the Instagram page. We constantly keep them updated with basically a glimpse, a window on the life in the master, so you can understand which are the current professors, how they are working in the class. As well as last but not least, let me stress the great importance of Claudia in the team, meaning that as a social media manager, she constantly works with us. She collects statements from students. She shares as many experiences as possible offline and online. And this is not going to be super helpful for us on the promotional point of view, but most especially, we do want to focus on your personal online presence. We do like to train you as well in keeping updated your profiles, in developing a good quality content material for your own profiles, which is always helpful in many different ways. Looking for an internship, developing a career, developing your network, dealing with your colleagues. So then again, the whole meet is in here concluded and fully shown to the audience. And most especially, you can find us anytime online and also via email. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much. And we are always available for other questions and information. Thank you to Giacomo for your testimonial today, to be with us. And bye-bye.
Bye, thank you all.
Thank you, Jack.